Good morning, everyone. Welcome. My name is Menachem Creditor. It's an honor to serve as scholar in residence and rabbi for UJA Federation of New York. We bring you Torah and music, blessing, and community every weekday. We've been doing so since March 18th, 2020. Today is Thursday, February 20th, 2025. We've come together for a very long time, almost 5 years, of Torah every single morning, though few of those mornings could possibly be as hard as this one. So I want to be present. I want to be eloquent, and I won't be able. I want to be responsive, and I can't. We're not going to say hi to each other by name, because in fact, in a Shiva house, you wait for the people who were in grief, who are the krovim, the closest ones, to speak first. And though we are all family, with Shiri, Zichrona Livracha, and Kfir, Zichrono Livracha, and Ariel, Zichrono Livracha, and Oded, Zichrono Livracha. We're all family. What is there that we could possibly say? So, we're going to show up. This is what we do. I don't know if I'll have anything to say. It feels like Tisha B'Av, where it is forbidden to learn. And I certainly am not going to sing. I'm going to say the bracha for learning. I hope you know how loved you all are, even if I don't say your names today. Say the bracha with me, friends. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu, la'asok b'divrei Torah. Today's Torah is dedicated in memory of Oded and Shiri and Kfir and Ariel. It is dedicated to Yarden Bibas, whose healing is unfathomable and whose pain is even more than that. To all of their families, to the family of Oded Lifshitz, who I know, I've come to know and love. I've heard from his grandson Daniel, I can't tell you how many times. No greater a mensch walks this earth except for his grandfather who set the model. I'm going to encourage you, friends, because I'm a rabbi and this is what we do, even when we are broken. It's our job to say, you take good care of yourselves today. You take good care of yourself today. Even if you're watching this later, even if you're watching this tomorrow, even if you're watching this a year from today, you have something good to eat. Drink some water. Take a walk. Get dressed. Walk in this world. Even if there's nothing to say, even if your soul feels numb, you get up. It was not easy for me to get up today. All of us are in this, friends. So get up. I'm not going to repeat any of the horrors. The images of this morning. The inhumanity that surrounded our beloveds. But I will say that seeing ordinary Israelis line the streets and salute these beautiful souls and sing Hatikva when they drove by, to see the face of the young Chayal, the young Israeli soldier, who was one of the pallbearers one of the melavim, as we say in Hebrew. His face showing all of our emotions and standing as a free and proud Jew in this world, doing the hardest job, chesed shalamet, true love, because it can't be repaid except we pay it back to our people. There are prayers we could recite and Torah we could learn. I don't know that's what this moment needs. And I encourage you again, as an act of, well, for you to do it as self-care, but for me, I'm caring for you. Make sure that you do not spend all day today on your screen. For those of us who lived through 9/11, especially New Yorkers like me, that was part of what began on that day because technology was so ubiquitous. Everywhere we turned, we had the choice, the unhealthy urge to watch over and over. Don't do that. Don't do that today. Pour out your love for yourself, for our family. Do something good and healthy in the world. I'm saying it to me. I'm just saying it in front of you. When Aaron, the high priest, lost his two sons, Nadav and Avihu, one of the interpretations of his quiet afterwards was that he was told by his brother Moshe not to show his grief in public. I disagree. To all of my colleagues, Klei Kodesh, rabbis and cantors and educators, I encourage you, friends, to wear your hearts openly. That's what it is to be part of Am Yisrael. It's to be family. And no one needs to pretend that they're okay today, because we're not. Sharing a quick teaching so we can ground ourselves in some wisdom along with the grief, not instead of it. The psalm that we recite on Wednesdays is one of the hardest. I only came to understand it myself on 9/11, which was a Tuesday. Hayom Yom Revi'i b'Shabbat. This is Wednesday. Shabo Hayu HaLevi'im Omrim B'Veit HaMikdash. When the Levites would recite this, El Nikamot Adonai, El Nikamot Hophia, God of retribution, God of retribution, appear. Hinaseh Shofet Haaretz, raise yourself up, Judge of all the earth. Hashev Gmul Al Gayim, pay back those who are proud of this. Ad matai Rishaim, until when, the wicked? Adonai, O God. Ad matai Rishaim Yalozu, until when will they be happy? The teaching here is not just the raw rage of that chapter of Psalms. The teaching here is also that we, in this moment of incredible pain and rage, psychic and emotional and physical and national, rage is not the way to provide justice and safety on behalf of Shiri and Kfir and Ariel and Oded and the countless others who were murdered, not the way the news reports, died. We show up. And in that way of prayer, we say, God, you had better show up. You show up with justice. For all of the beauty of the quote attributed to Dr. King, that the arc of history is long, but it bends towards justice. It is important to remember, first of all, that he learned that quote from a Unitarian minister from the Revolutionary period. But that in a Jewish perspective, that is not a given. The arc of history does not necessarily bend towards justice. We have to keep on stomping on it and jumping on it and forcing history toward justice. And justice is different than revenge. My heart right now, oh my heart, oh our hearts. But vengeance is not the Jewish way. Justice is. Even now. And trust me, speaking from my heart, especially now. So I say these words. Psalm 94, for those who asked. El Nikamot Adonai, El Nikamot Hophia, God of retribution, Adonai, God of retribution, appear. Hinaseh shofet haaretz, hashev gmul al gayim. Raise yourself up, judge of the earth. Repay those who are proud of this. I'm going to close with two ideas here. Both of them are sacred. One of them is on the back of this card that I received at a New York synagogue a year ago with Oded's face on it. His sweet face, a face that tended to a famous cactus garden on his kibbutz that he helped found with his wife, Yocheved, both of whom were stolen from their homes on October 7th. We lit extra candles for them, but there are candles here because we connect, always have, always should, ritual with emotion. This is Psalm 121, Shir LaMa'alot. I'm going to recite it. It's not an answer. We don't have answers today. We have each other. We have Am Yisrael, and we have work to do. Let this be a day where we don't judge ourselves for grief, we don't judge ourselves for rage, and we don't lose ourselves in the pain. Where we find the moment to look away from the screen, even if there's nothing to say. Be kind to yourself today. If you know how to recite the psalm back, you're invited to. If not, I'm saying it on our behalfs. I'll say it in English first, and then I'll sing it in the Hebrew. A song for a sense. I lift up my eyes to the mountains. From where will my help come? My help comes from God, maker of heaven and earth. God will not let your foot give way. Our guardian does not slumber. See, the guardian of Israel neither slumbers nor sleeps. Adonai Shomrecha, God is your guardian. The Lord is our protection at our right hand. By day the sun will not strike you, nor the moon by night. God will guard us from harm. God will guard our lives. God will protect our going and our coming back from now until forever. Shir LaMa'alot, Esa einai le'arim, me'ayin yavo Ezri, Ezri me'im Adonai, Oseh shamayim va'aretz, al yitein lamot raglecha, al yanum shomrecha, hine lo yanum velo yishan shomer Yisrael. Adonai shomrecha, Adonai tzilcha, al yad yeminecha. Yomam hashemesh lo yakeka, ve'yareach balayla. Adonai yishmorcha mikol ra, yishmor et nafshecha. Adonai yishmor tzedcha ובואך מעתה ועד עולם. When I say, friends, send your hearts to the east, let's do an extra step. Put your hand on your heart. Remember that it's there. Remember that you're responsible for tending it. Remember that your heart is the seat of the Holy of Holies. That God is in pain too right now. That is the pain that we feel. Our people is hurting. That is the pain that we feel. But if we feel it, we are alive. The pain is a reminder that we are here. Od lo avda tikvatenu. We do not lose hope. We will never lose hope. We are sad to our cores, and we do not lose hope. So send that wounded heart to the heart of our people. Send it especially to the families of Oded Lifshitz and Shiri, Ariel, and Kfir Bibas. Send your hearts, your quiet, loving hearts. Kolon malevav penima nefesh Yehudi homia ulefate mizrach kadima ayin letzion tzofia od lo avda tikvatenu התקווה בת שנות 2000 להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון וירושלים להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון Virushalayim. Bring them home now. Am Yisrael Chai. See you tomorrow, my friends.